Okay, Mark, have you got anything for us?
Not a lot, other than, he probably called you, Del Hytel is gonna come do some surveying Friday. So if anybody sees them around, they can paint it.
Where the building is proposed to be, that's the surveying they're gonna be doing. Just right for that little.
For where the building's gonna go.
Yep.
Just make it up so it's in the deed and so.
Yep.
Weather has been an issue for everybody, I guess. I talked to people who are gonna do our gravel 2 weeks ago. They said if it quit raining, they'd be there, but they're having a little bit of a tough time too, so.
Tell them it's been sunny in Berlin Hall.
Well trained.
Sunny and
I don't
sunny.
even know if he could get it through his machine.
Oh, that right now would be fun.
We were supposed to start paving the second week of July. We're right now pushed back to August. So,
Is that because of the weather that actually has put it back? It's not you put
No.
it back, they
it's them, and want to try to hopefully get it done before fair time. Because we're going to do the Merritttville Road, and I know a lot of people use that cut up over the hill. If it doesn't happen before Fair Week, it's not going to happen during Fair Week.
Right.
So then it'll probably get pushed back. Been doing a lot of work up Grange Hall, Gay Brook. So I reported, I think last time, NICEAG has decided to contract out. They got 8 crews working in the North Franklin area, so they've been cutting their right of ways, and we're chasing behind them, taking stumps out and stuff and trying to widen some places. So the excavator's been, even though it's nasty out, we'll just keep going doing that because we're up on the shoulders most of the time. So, and that, not a lot. Anyway, we're getting stuff done, but it's just not going the way you'd like it to go. As you guys know, just sort of schedules off.
Weather.
Yeah.
Weather related. Can't use too many graders when it's grading mud.
Yeah. And then, of course, last night really threw a wrench in the works, so, you know, close to 4. I've heard 4, I've heard 5 inches. I heard 2 inches in 15 minutes, and so we had beaver dam let out up above on Otsego Road, so down by Paul's last night was flooded for quite a while. Shut the road down and then got that straightened out. But all day today we're working on that, and last night. Probably by the end of the week, if it doesn't rain anymore, we'll be able to get some of the washout straightened out. I said if it doesn't rain. So the school's been informed, you know, they're just gonna have to take some caution. We're trying to mark stuff out. So, other than that, it's not a lot going on.
Okay. I'd like to have a resolution to appoint Dale Downing as Deputy Code Enforcement Officer. I've talked to Dale. We had a situation in May. There was some unhappy real estate people and buyers that weren't. Our code enforcement officer was on vacation, and they couldn't get the C of O or whatever for the houses. And so I talked to Dale, and Dale said he would be the deputy code enforcement officer, and I hope that he has Mark be the deputy code enforcement officer for the village in case. So if one's on vacation, somebody's around to answer some questions. So I would like a motion or a resolution to that effect to appoint Dale.
So,
Second.
Any more discussion? All in favor?
aye.
And then we have had Jim Gregory's boy, Tyler Gregory, offered to take care of the cemetery up by the Meredith town line. I can't remember what the Slater Cemetery or whatever,
Yeah.
whatever the
One
cemetery,
Doc
it's
Mack
one-
took care of.
and for one of his, he gets credit or whatever, in good standing or whatever for the academy or something that he's
He's
wanting.
trying to get into West Point, so he's.
So he's taking care of that cemetery this year, and it looks fantastic. And even the people that have, the Riddells and stuff have mentioned that, you know, they've done fantastic. He has done a fantastic job. All volunteer, yeah, it's all voluntary. So hopefully he'll retire with his dad so he can keep doing it every summer. But, so that was, two things that I had to bring. I guess we should also make a motion to, Banks's, Joanna Banks's son is mowing the lawn for the town clerk's office, and I think we probably have a voucher for him here. We ought to make it official that he's, you know, approved to mow the lawn, take care of the lawn cuttings at the town. He did it last year, I believe, and his mother, and they're proceeding with it this year too, I think. I've heard it's been done all right. Needs more improvement, what?
I don't know. I personally haven't even looked at it.
Well, I really.
I drive by it, but
I know the grass isn't a foot tall, I know that much,
Yeah.
but, better trimming, or what's your concern?
Yeah.
Better trimming?
Yeah,
Okay.
Gary came down yesterday and did a bunch of
Oh, okay.
trimming and stuff.
Okay, well, I'll pass that on.
Okay.
Yep. And, is there any other, I think that's,
So we just need a motion for that.
motion, we need a motion for having Joanna Banks take care of the lawn.
I make the motion.
Okay, do we have a second?
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Carried. Okay, any news from the rec committee?
I missed their meeting last month. There's a meeting tomorrow night I will be going to.
Yeah.
Okay. And planning board, there was a boundary line adjustment for Louis Pesha up on All Woodback Road. I think that was the only business because I had a heart health problem. And that was the only thing I knew that was on the agenda. That's the only check he got. What he was doing is putting a 30-foot strip, I think it was, that was taken out, about 1,500 feet long. The farm that he got the land off of had kept it with a 30-foot access strip in case the other property got sold where they could get to the meadows. He kept it at 30, that was kept with a property that New York City is buying, actually, is buying this property. So Louis got it back and the property had bought, so it's just boundary line adjustment. So, John Gable Farm. Yeah, John kept it with his farm, so he could have access around if the property ever got sold out or something, Louis was saying. But that's when there was no road frontage or anything involved, it was all landlocked land that just went from one lot to another.
The stuff that's going to the watershed is happening all on that side of the road.
Yes,
Across
I
from
believe
that.
so, yes. Yeah, I think everything on the other side of the road has been subdivided before that.
There's some of those split up.
Yeah, all that whole side and then split on the house side. Yeah. Anything else? Come full board, then we'll open the meeting. Concerns?
Yeah, I have a question about, I happened to be in the meeting room a week ago for an adjourned meeting and saw this map sitting on,
Yep.
there were several copies, so I picked it up.
Good, good.
And I wondered what it's about.
Well, it shows the roadways and stuff and where the phone, where Delhi Telephone Company plans on putting in their fiber optic.
Fiber optic.
Oh,
Blue is where they want to.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's where they're
the
gonna.
blue is
Yeah,
Yes.
blue is where they want to install.
Primary.
They're gonna go where they have what they call not optimum service, what's 25 megawatts or less, or what is it?
Megabits.
Megabits or less, and they will guarantee 75, is that right,
I
Tony?
think so.
so it's Delhi phone.
Yeah, Delhi Phone Company. Yeah. And they're gonna put fiber optic cable in, which is
Fiber optic.
have more feeds and what, like double the feeds that are there at this time, so they got room for expansion.
It's a lot faster.
It's a
and
lot
it's
faster.
Everybody gets a direct connection, it's not going through.
Their own private.
And does that work for telephones or only for
Yes.
computers?
Well, I would think it'd be
Telephones
telephone.
and probably cable TV.
Yeah, TV and internet.
Right, all
You can
three.
take one or two or
One,
three,
two,
whatever
three,
you want.
right, package deal or whatever. And they have, what I understand is great service, they say they're on call.
Very good. I mean, I know people that have had it in Delhi and they're all pleased with it. A lot better than we
Frontier
got.
hasn't improved a whole lot. Yeah.
And they're gonna offer that for $60 a month, I think they said.
About the same or cheaper than what Frontier is, is that what you said, Dwight? You have
Yeah.
Frontier?
Yeah, the question I had was, does that include all those, you get the phone bill and then there's that nice little list of taxes and
Well, I'm sure
recovery
that'll be
fees
all-
and
Probably
everything else?
not.
Yeah, so I wonder if they add that to that 60 some odd dollars?
I'm sure.
That would be too good to be true.
You're an
Yeah.
optimist.
It's not gonna be free, but it's, you know,
No,
you
If
know,
it says tax, it's added.
yeah.
that's right, yeah.
But I like the recovery fee or the,
thought it
they
was
got
a-
some neat names for it.
I thought it was a great presentation they had,
Yeah, it was.
and they had a good presentation at the meeting.
The
And,
villages won't, everybody will get free installation, but not in the villages, not in Treadwell and not in Franklin.
I brought that question up, and he said that maybe they would do something with Treadwell. He wasn't really, I don't know if you were at the meeting,
I was it.
but I asked him, and he said something about, well, maybe we can, because they have to come down this way with some some part of the
Yeah, it's coming down from
project or
Fleming
something.
Road
Yeah,
over to here.
so, I mean, it's so close, I mean, you could throw a stone, it looks like, but from the village to where they're going, so it'd be
Right.
nice if they could include Treadwell. Maybe we could, when they come around, we could ask them about that again, because they give service to, like, they would give it to the firehouse, and,
town clerk's office.
yeah, and so it would be a benefit to Treadwell, I think, if we could.
One of the reasons they don't right now is because, like here, it already has the cable in it, so they got accessibility to it. But down the line, what he told me, he said they'll probably add on. Originally, it was gonna be added first, but for some reason, I don't know why. And Franklin was definitely out until the other branches up the valleys got taken care of first.
It's a
Based
grant
on,
to
yeah,
do the
underserved.
underserved. So
Right.
they by the
Underserved.
grant, structure of the grant, they have to do what's
Underserved
underserved,
first.
which is not, doesn't have any service now.
Or less than 25,
Right.
Yeah, which they consider
DSL.
underserved.
which they figure is underserved. Which I guess a lot of people think that's great. I don't know. But, I mean, that was a good presentation. Questions were answered, I believe, in a good manner. Okay, that's what that entails, Bill.
Can we expect to hear from Delhi Phone as customers or potential customers?
What do you mean as,
I mean,
that we can
will
buy
they
their
advertise
service?
their service to the residents?
That's what this is for, basically.
Right.
I mean, if you're, as I say, they call it underserved, right? That's
Right.
what they call it. Where this grant is, you're supposed to get 75 to 100 or something, you know, the
Oh,
grant,
yeah.
you know, to get the
The upload,
upper
download.
limits
The speed.
of it. So if you know, and that's why, you know, like if you get 25 now, they, you know, they can sell it to you at $75 for the same price.
Right.
Well, I don't have a computer, I just have a phone.
Right, well, I'm thinking if they're,
I don't know whether it's going to interfere with a
Frontier.
landline phone or not. You can get landline out of it, but through the computer.
Oh.
One of the good things is that all their equipment is battery backup. Any equipment they're putting
right,
on your house is battery backup. The way it works now with Time Warner is that you're getting the phone through voice over the internet protocol, which it comes over the internet. But if the power goes out, your cable box goes out, you're screwed.
It's gone.
But according to what Delhi Telephone said, all of their equipment has battery backup, which will get you through probably about 8 hours or so.
right.
It's a nice benefit.
It's wonderful, yeah, because you get internet plus the phone will still be
Would
active.
lose your phone service.
Yeah, so you can get rid of your landline and just go with that. You can also hook it up to a generator so you get unlimited. But each individual house is a direct connection to the internet, which is a big deal.
Thank you, Tony.
You're welcome.
Okay, anything else? Are you satisfied, Bill?
No, I guess so, I mean.
Any more questions?
I'll see how it goes.
Well, yeah, they're gonna offer the town, the town offices, the fire department, and the town sheds for service, right, Mark?
Yes.
And then they've got a conveyance of easement here for us, and they're offering to give us $2,500, you know, as a one-shot payment. And we've had some input from, well, Don, your
My nephew
nephew
works for Time Warner.
worked for Time Warner, and he's saying this $2,500 isn't near enough, but I don't know. We could always ask for more, you know, and, you know, this is, as I said at the meeting, I said, pardon?
Since it's all grant money that they're getting to put the whole project in, they might be able to dig in their pockets and pull out some of their money to make it happen. They might have some available.
Right.
It's not going to be operational for, I think, another year, he said?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
2018.
Yeah, but as I said at the meeting, you know, it's really for the taxpayers, the people's benefits, you know, it's not like not like the cell tower we got where we're making money off it. This is something, hopefully the taxpayers will benefit from this change and improvement, and as long as it doesn't cost us,
Will the taxpayers benefit from the cell tower too?
yeah, I know that.
So,
I can't wait till the other service comes on. You're not paying for it yet, are they, Paul?
no, they're not gonna until they put it up there.
No, I agree with that, I'm sure that's, yeah. Okay, is there any more questions, though, or anybody else on that? Right?
Just to follow up on the Verizon, do we have any idea when they might? Or is it all,
I last saw them, it was like late March, early April, and she hoped to break ground late April, and I haven't heard a thing since.
okay?
Maybe it was 2018, I don't know.
It was April, it didn't say the year, just the month. Right. I haven't heard a thing from them. No, I haven't had communication. Yeah. Good thing we haven't spent it yet.
What they did say though, was they have to get all the towers up, all the antennas up in this area before they'll turn any of them on. So they could be installing them other places,
Oh,
and ours may be the last one, but until they're all up, or enough of them are up, they can't turn them on, so.
Doesn't matter, when they're all got up, they're good. Okay. Any more questions?
So is that another tower or just
No,
putting
same
something
tower,
on
just another-
our present tower?
It's on our present tower. Yep. Yeah, Don.
Yeah, I do have to let you know that the grant was denied for the community shared solar. It was denied on a technicality versus on the merit. Complicated application process. We had proof that we had pre-applied. You had to actually get pre-authorization to apply for the grant. we thought we had it, but apparently one step was missed. John Campa went back and tried to talk to him to see if there's anything that can be done, and he can't on that round. But there may be another round, or there may be other grants. So it's not dead, but it's certainly postponed.
It's taking a nap.
It's taken a nap. Back burner, not even simmering.
Okay. Anything else? You've got some insurance to look over.
I could ask one more
Yes.
question. I noticed in the Walton Reporter that the county supers got a presentation on the, clean energy grants for the Clean Energy Community Program.
Yes.
It didn't really give a whole lot of thing in the paper. Is there anything that Frank could benefit from out of that, or still under discussion, or?
It's still under discussion. You've got 10 things that you qualify with, and you've got to qualify, you don't need all 10, you need, I think, 4 or 5 to qualify. But this is a 8 county-wide grant that has got, it's to all municipalities, all county government, villages and, county government, towns and villages and cities in the 8 county area, and there's 18 grants for everybody. So Meredith they've been doing, they're the one that's furthest ahead in Franklin, or in Delaware County, by far, because Jim Ellis has been tied in with the county and stuff. He's been, he's working with a guy from, I think he's from Tioga County. They're much further ahead than Delaware County is in the process, because the county is hiring it's going to be an individual hired by the county, I believe, to help townships, through this process. And maybe it's 2 people for 3 counties, I think is what it is, actually. Delaware and Shenango, maybe, and I don't think Broome, because Broome's so much bigger. They're getting trained this month to go out and help towns and cities. Not too many cities in the 8 counties, I don't believe. But there's only 18 grants, total to be given out, which.
So those are the coordinators that they're training that they mentioned?
Yes.
Okay.
They got one, I think, out of Tioga, the one that gave the presentation.
Okay, all right.
And it's, they don't have the applications yet, but, they're putting the cart before the horse, basically.
Sure.
And, the government, they want to get it out there as soon as they can, but, things aren't falling together as smooth as it could.
See, it says alternative fuel vehicles, so you could have, all your town trucks could be electric.
Yeah,
right.
there is funding to help for electric cars and stuff. I don't think so much for trucks as it is for
I don't think so either.
vehicles of sorts.
But, yeah.
Municipal, or.
But I think one of them is putting in a
The solar charging stations.
solar, with a charging station, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
I know Wayne Marshfield said that Delaware Electric Co-op put one in, at their office. He says it's never been used. I don't know.
Money well spent.
Well, I'm sure it was grant related somehow. There were probably incentives to do it. But Wayne didn't say there was, but maybe, but he said that they put one in like a year ago and it hasn't been, to his knowledge, been even used. But I don't know how isolated it is from Main Street,
I didn't know they had one, but I wouldn't know.
But how, like if you're going shopping, I'm not gonna park out by, the other side of the savings and loan to shop on Main Street, I take it home and charge it. But I don't know where they're.
I just wondered,
Yep.
what the deal was, because it looked interesting that there could be opportunities.
Right.
I mean, it did say something about, you can actually designate, what do they call it, streamline the process approvals for solar, and you become a local solarized campaign to increase the number of solar rooftops and stuff, so
Right.
at least it would, if there's a grant to do that, it wouldn't
Right,
cost
it
town any
gives-
money.
Yeah, right, yep, it
Well,
would.
it'll be interesting to see how it progresses, thanks.
Right, okay, yep. Anything else? Well, then I.
Make a motion to meeting adjourn. Oh, no, we can't, we gotta discuss our
We
agenda.
gotta do the insurance.
Yeah.
I don't know if we can or not, to be honest with you. Or do we just go over it? This is theirs. What do you think, Mark? I mean, what shocked me on this insurance thing is they went from $36,000 to $23,000.
Competition, it's wonderful.
Yeah, it's amazing how they got their number too.
Competition didn't hurt.
No, it didn't hurt at all. And I
It was
must,
lower than it was the first time they came.
Yes.
yeah,
They were in the 20s the first time too, and they
Right.
kept bumping it every year.
yeah.
But they weren't this low.
No, they weren't this low. This is lower than we
I
paid.
think the first one was 29,000.
And Mang was like,
Oh, no.
Yeah, Mang was 30
Mang
something,
was like
almost 40.
36, 40,000 then.
I think it was 09, so
Big
it's
game.
8 years we've had them.
And I mean, they've given us good service as far as I'm concerned,
Yeah, we have,
you know, but, you know, and there is right now, NVT Mang, their policy is almost $6,000 more. So,
I don't know if you look at some of the coverages, just what I can remember.
right,
the
well, that's what we
coverages
gotta
for
do is,
NBT
Yeah.
were up there pretty good.
yeah, NVT has a good program, no doubt about it. But that's what we gotta do is, you know, see what the,
Hash through it.
you know, coverages are, basically is what it is. So, let's see, property coverage. Get the two on the same page.
Was there benefits on training too, Mark?
What's that?
Was there benefits on training too?
Is it what?
Benefits on training? Because you guys have certain trainings that you have to take care of.
Yeah, that's the one thing that I do like about the NYMER thing. They'll come in and help me write the programs. And they got all sorts of aids and stuff that they can send to me so we can do all of our safety training, workplace violence, all of that stuff.
What do we do the present?
I do it.
But I mean, as far as your trainings,
Training. Right now, we.
because there's certain things that are mandated, right? I mean, for
Yeah.
public safety and all that kind of
Guys go to-
nonsense.
Whatever you name is mandated, so a lot of that stuff, we have, Department of Labor comes and does a one-day seminar for like 4 hours for a refresher. That's what we use, but there's so much other stuff that doesn't get covered, and when NYMER said that they would help us do that, you know, like they have people who come in and like write the workplace violence thing, like we've got like a 2-page document on that works, but they don't like it. Hearing protection, we have to have that, it's supposed to be tested every year and stuff. So they would help us, where the only thing that I've seen HCC do is come in and tell us that we're gonna do everything.